Hello, my name is Walter Stone, and I teach math at North Shore Community College. And this lesson is about solving percent problems. When solving percent problems, one thing we want to do is identify the percent number, the base number, and the amount. So whenever we have a problem like this, 85% of 720 is 612, the 85 is the percent number, so that's going to be called P. Of 720, we're taking percent of some number, and that's going to give us some amount. So to the right of the word is, or whenever we say something is, that's our amount, and we usually call that amount A. The number with of 720, that's called the base. So we have the percent number, the base number, and the amount. Once we identify those, then we can use a proportion to help us solve a percent problem. So proportions are of the form amount over base equals percent over 100. And the shorthand, we can write that as A over P, or A over B, sorry, equals P over 100. So A corresponds to the amount, B corresponds to the base, P corresponds to the percent number, and we have 100 in the denominator. So suppose we want to find an amount. So in this example, we have 80% of 60 is what number? So here we want to look for the percent number, the amount, and the base. So 80%, 80 is going to be our percent number P. Of 60, we take percent of a base number. So 60 is going to be our base number, and we're looking for the amount. So 80% of 60 is going to be some amount A. So we can write our proportion amount over base equals percent over 100. And we have the amount is missing, so we're going to write A over the base 60 equals 80 over 100. So what we do when we solve a proportion is we cross multiply or multiply along the diagonals. So we're going to take A times 100 and 60 times 80. So A times 100, I'm going to continue up here, 100A is equal to 80 times 60. That's going to be 4,800. And what we do when we solve these equations, we have 100 times A equal 4,800. To solve for A, we divide both sides by 100. So when we divide by 100, the quick way to think about that is I can take the 100, 0, and the 1, 0 and cancel those out. 100 divided by 100 is going to be 1, so we'll have A equals 48. So our amount in that case will be 48. So here's a problem for you to try. Pause the video and try solving this problem, and restart the video, and I will come back and work on the problem with you. Okay, let's see how we did. So now we have 20%. So 20 is going to be our percent number of 60. So 60 is going to be our base number, and that's going to be our amount. We're going to say is what number, and that will be our amount. So I hope that you wrote A over B, amount over base, is equal to P over 100, percent over 100. So the amount is what's missing. Our base is 60. Our percent number is 20, so we have 20 over 100. So I hope you did the cross multiplication or multiplied along the diagonals. So A times 100 is 100A. 60 times 20 is going to be 1,200. And we divided both sides by 100. So we get A equal to 12. So we can say that 20% of 60 is the number 12. Suppose that the base is missing in our problem. So we're saying of what number? So that's the base. And we say 2 is 10%. So 2 is our amount. And 10 is going to be our percent number. So to find the base, we're going to take amount over base is percent over 100. The amount is 2. Our base is unknown, so we're going to write B. Our percent number is 10, so we'll have 10 over 100. We're going to cross multiply, so we'll have 200 equal to 10 times B. We divide both sides by 10, and the amount for the base will be 20. So if we take 10% of 20, that should be 2. So what we're saying is that 10% of the number 20 is equal to 2. So we have our base number is 20 in this case. So it's time for you to try another problem. Pause the video and try solving this problem. When you restart the video, I will solve this problem along with you and we can check your work. Okay, so we have 30% of what number? So this is another case where the base is missing. So 30 is our percent number. Of the base, we're going to look for the base, and 30% of that number is 240. So our amount is 240. So we write our proportion, amount over base equals percent over 100. We know that our amount is 240 over B, our missing base number, and our percent number is 30 over 100. So we're going to cross multiply or multiply along the diagonals. So 240 times 100 is 240, and then I want to put on 2 more zeros. So that will be 24,000 is equal to 30 times B. So in this case, we're going to divide both sides by 30. And we can cancel a 10 there. Now 3 goes into 24 8 times. So 3 goes into 2400 800 times. So this means that B is going to be 800. So that means that 30% of 800 is going to give us our amount, 240. The last type of problem is to find the percent. So in this example, we have 150 is what percent of 450? So the amount 450 is our base, and 150 is our amount. And what we're going to look for is the percent number. So we write our proportion, amount over base equals percent over 100. The amount is 150. The base is 450. That equals P over 100. So we're going to cross multiply. That means 450 times P is equal to 150 times 100. So that's going to be 150 times 100. So I'm going to append 2 zeros. And then we're going to divide both sides by 450. And we can cancel one of our factors of 10. And I have 1,500 divided by 450. So what I want to do is I want to do some division here. And I'm going to take 1,500, and actually we're dividing that by 45. Okay? So 45 times, let's see. So 45 doesn't go into 15. 45 goes into 150 about 3 times. So 3 times 45, that's going to be 120 plus 15, so that's going to be 135. So we're going to have 10 minus 5 is 5, 4 minus 3 is 1. And 150 divided by 45 is going to be 3 again. And we'll have another remainder of 100 and another remainder of 15. So we're going to bring a decimal point in here, bring down a 0, and we're just going to keep on multiplying by 3 to get 135. So this is going to be 33.3 repeating. So our percent number is going to be about 33.3%. So our percent number is going to be 33 1/3. So the percent is going to be 33 1/3%. Here's a problem for you to try. Pause the video and try solving this problem. After you restart the video, I'll come back and solve this problem with you. So in this case, we have what percent of 90 is 54. So 90 is our base, 54 is our amount, and we're looking for the percent number p. So amount over base is percent over 100. So we have 54 over 90 is equal to p over 100. I cross multiply, so we'll have 5,400 equal to 90 times p. We're going to divide both sides by 90. We can factor out a 10. So I'm going to take 9 divided by, we're going to take 540 divided by 9. 9 times 6 is 54, so 9 times 60 will be 540. So that means that P is going to equal 60. That means that 60% of 90 will give us 54. So keep practicing, and I will see you soon.